Hello and welcome to The Tech Boy, This Week in Tech podcast.
Of course. Yep. All right, here we go. Yeah, sorry, we're having technical difficulties. The internet here is atrocious. Uh, yes, the Texans did win. I was right. And yeah, have fun watching on what's it called? Paramount Plus Peacock. Yeah, Peacock. Unless you live nearby. Yeah, so hello everybody and welcome back to the This Week in the Tech Boy podcast. We have plenty to talk about today. The Tech Boy released 2 articles this week, and we will be releasing brand new YouTube shorts. Me going hands-on at Costco with an iPhone 15 Pro, and also me going hands-on with with my what's it called website of the robot driving thing. All right. Yeah, so plenty to talk about today and also lots to react to. CES happened this week and there's this weird things happened on CES. So weird devices got launched at CES. There's this thing called the Rabbit R1, I think. Rabbit R1, which is this it gets put great. I mean, this is amazing. This is how it gets put. One commenter placed it, and as let me just put up the website. Ah, yes, a $9,000 toilet. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Rabbit R1 because it looks really interesting. It's kind of like a humane AI pin, but cheaper. So let me pull up this website, NTB. Here you go. Let me see how it looks on screen. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so here we go. Here's some stuff here from Roland Chung from X, which this has a bad word in it, so we're not going to play the video. But here it is, a $8,500 smart toilet. Oh wait, I think I might be able to mute the audio. Yeah, if I mute the audio, then we'll be able to play it. There you go. This is a toilet that is $8,500 CES 2024. You put your foot there and it opens. I mean, that's nice, but for $8,500, I mean, this toilet to use the restroom for me. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Now, this is from The Verge, so we're gonna, cancel them. You're canceled. Oh, this toilet also comes with a remote control. I mean, that's nice, but who has $8,500? Like I say in this article here. Oh wait, it works with Alexa. Hey Alexa, open up my toilet. It's weird. And you can also purchase it on Prime, so you can have Amazon order your toilet for you, and then you can have Amazon open your toilet for you. That's nice. I mean, if they send it to me, I will review that toilet. I just don't know how we're gonna get it in. It's not like we're gonna remove the toilet we already have to replace it with a new smart toilet. Okay, here we got a foldable screen. What is this? Okay, let me see what it says. I can turn audio back on. That doesn't look that impressive. It just looks like the projector that they have. It's just like a ball projector and then just some random screen. I mean, that could be made for like $30. A keyboard. Oh, it's clicks for iPhone. Now I want to know that since the new iPhone now has USB-C, right? If the clicks for iPhone 15 Pro Max case, 16.7 inches, would fit on my Samsung S22 Plus 6.6 inches, right? That's what I'm wondering. Like, would it work? Because it has USB-C. I think the iPhone is slightly bigger, so it would fit. And then the iPhone is also, I don't know if those bezels are bigger. So yeah, I'm not going to pay that $139, $159 to um test that out. If Clicks would be willing to send it to me, or if some other YouTuber would uh help me out by posting a video about it, I would gladly react to them. So yeah. Then there's the transparent screen from Samsung, which, as Mr. Boss says, yeah, it looks cool, but like Xiaomi launched one. But then transparent, then you gotta like clean it for dust. You gotta like the backlighting lighting technology isn't that good because it's transparent, and it's not that the color reproduction and everything because you can still see through it. So let's see what this looks like. Samsung did pretty good. Well, with this technology here, this seems like you wouldn't put this in your home because you can still see the stuff back there. Maybe like as an art display or I don't know. Also, you know that this is specifically curated to showcase how well the TV works. But let's say you're watching, say, like a sports match on here. So, like, say, oh, hello, Robert. Let's say you're watching like a sports match on here, like a dumping of the Browns against the Texans, and you know how fast the that's a TV. You know how fast the Texans are moving around and getting all those pick sixes and stuff. I'm not sure that this TV would work well with that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention that we got this RTL SDR. Let me full screen here. RTL SDR here, and we will be talking about this because I was able to intercept some walkie-talkie traffic until my software didn't really work, and then my free trial expired on the SDR app for Android. But when I was able to get this working, I was able to intercept my own walkie-talkie traffic. So this would be really good. Let's say signals intelligence. Let's say it's only $40 something. Comes with the antenna and the component itself. And I think about it, $40, right? You set up your little spy agency here, and you can intercept all the other agents' communications over walkie-talkie. So that's smart here. Speaking of spy agencies, we got to talk about the new Advanced Odyssey episode because it's all my dreams rolled up into one. That's if I'm living in Baltimore. I wouldn't want to live there. But all my dreams rolled up into one. Like, literally every single one. All rolled up. We'll get into that later. All right, here you go. And then we got a car that deploys a personal helicopter. This looks like it's in, I don't know, Swedish? Let's see here. Oh, look at this van here. This looks like you took, what's it called, Cybertruck here, and then just expanded. 6-wheel drive. It's probably electric, but whatever. Unfortunately, they didn't get a real demo because this looks maybe CGI or they tested it out in like Sweden or something, but it wasn't actually at CES. I mean, that's basically just gonna pick up truck and put a helicopter in the back of it. That's not really how it's supposed to get back in. I can see this being used for a spy movie. Think about it. Like, thing deploys and have to save the people from the Swiss Alps or something like that. Okay, toothbrush. Oh yes, here it is. The Rabbit AI from Wired, which we probably also hate because if Uber did helicopters, I mean, they'd probably cost like $650 a minute or per 10 minutes. That would be expensive. Also, what if you run out of power? Like if you run out of gas in a car or run out of electricity in a car, you're fine. You're only going 60 miles per hour. But if you're running out of electricity or gas in a helicopter over the Swiss Alps, I mean, you're screwed. You're going to crash and burn. Probably burn if you have electrical because you're basically riding on a giant cell phone battery. And you wouldn't want that to happen.
This is the R1, a new pocket-friendly AI companion from a startup called...
All right, we got the USB-C port here, and it's made by Teenage Engineering. So, yeah.
Rabbit. It has a touchscreen, a scroll wheel, and a push-to-talk button.
A touchscreen and a scroll wheel. What is this, 2008? It's like a BlackBerry. I mean, think about this. We got touchscreens and scroll wheels coming back with this Rabbit R1 like PDA from 2008, and then we got keyboards coming back with clicks for iPhone, It's 2024, the new 2008. We got, PDAs. We got backup. We got keyboard cases. You hear about that flight that took off from London Heathrow to JFK off Cooking Oil, I think it was. Oh, you mean the flight where the people got sucked out of the plane? Oh yeah, I heard about that. Speaking of a phone, a specific phone, I think it was like an iPhone 15 Pro, so shout out to iPhone, I guess, survived the 16,000-foot fall off the plane. Oh no, the iPhone case is not silly. That iPhone case is not silly. If it was for Android, I want that. I mean, I'd have a full screen here, so if I was, like the average teenager, I'd think, oh yeah, full screen. I can like comment on my TikTok post without having to swipe up or anything. But since we got profitable and are famous for hitting TikTok, I mean, I can send emails from this thing, better presentations. I wonder how my phone would react. I wonder if it would think it's in DeX mode, which then it would try to export to an external monitor. That keyboard, I'd really like it. I'd really use it. And it's also removable. Oh wait, you're not talking about that? Okay. All right, here's the wired video.
Which is how you interact with it, like a walkie-talkie. There's also a camera that can rotate 360 degrees.
360-degree camera. Do you know what this reminds me of? What's it called? It's the budget of like the VTech InnoTab that I had. The VTech InnoTab that we had here like 5 years ago, aged for children 4 to 9, which is like more bezeled and screen with a 360 camera. Let me look at this. Oh wow, look at this high-tech InnoTab technology right there.
Including up and down acting.
I like that VTech Inno phone, I think. I mean, at least on their watches, they have a proper dual camera setup. Like they couldn't even afford 2 cameras to put on. But this doesn't mean that you can take pictures of the ceiling easier, drop videos for the tablet. Hey, if someone wants to send me an Inno tablet, I will review it. Okay, how much is an Inno tablet anyway? I used to have a Kitty Zoom watch till the screen came off. I'd still use it. I mean, it's the Best Buy watch if you think about it. It has dual well, the one I had one camera, but the new one has dual cameras. You can send files to your friends remotely if they have 2 of the same kinds of watches. I mean, that is high technology right there. You just have to scan a QR code with your watch, and it doesn't even connect to the internet. And I think you can also sync it to the cloud if you connect it to a computer or your phone via Bluetooth or something. I mean, that's the perfect watch. Samsung and Apple watches have nothing on it. They don't have cameras on there. And like those Ray-Ban things have the little light on it for privacy reasons. But this Kitty Zoom watch, I mean, because they don't expect people to use it for like espionage because it's like a 1 megapixel camera. I mean, it's the best spy watch of all time if you think about it. Touchscreen, low cost. I mean, if someone wants to send us a Kitty Zoom watch, we're more than happy to take it. Here it is. Here's the VTech phone. The Kitty Buzz 3. Oh, wait, did the Kitty Buzz 3 upgrade? Kitty Buzz 3 looks worse than the Kitty Buzz 2. What is this? Oh my gosh. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks like that HD version of a smartphone from 1996, sans keyboard. When the bezel's here, I'm pretty sure the screen to body ratio is more like 51 to 50 or something like that. Here's the Kitty Buzz. I mean, this thing looks like a smartphone from, say, ancient years. I mean, this looks like a Samsung S3, but like the aesthetic of a 2005 phone, and it's a smartphone for kids. Yeah. So back to the Rabbit R1.
As a de facto privacy shutter, it doesn't need to be paired with any other device, as there's a SIM slot for cellular connectivity.
Oh yeah, sure. Be like, hey, might be from Wii U. So someone's just gonna be like, hey, Rabbit, call. I don't know, come off the name. Hey, Rabbit, call Bob. And you have to just keep saying that all throughout the place. I mean, I voice typed on my bus and people kept looking at me weird. I don't think running around push to talking like it's a walkie-talkie, telling people to call other people is going to work.
It's not going to replace your phone, at least for now, since it's not designed for games or entertainment.
I've never gamed on my phone unless you count chess.
But it wants to handle the menial tasks you do every day, from hailing an Uber, making dinner reservations, or even booking travel.
I have never hailed an Uber, book dinner, or hail traffic from my phone. And why would I want to buy a $200 accessory to open the Uber app? And it's huge. I mean, this is like 1, 2, 3 Apple Watches, 4 Apple Watches with like a screen to body ratio of, I don't know, 60/40.
Press the button and ask the R1 to handle a task, and it'll execute it. There's a unique technological approach in making all of this work, but it's a mix of OpenAI's ChatGPT large language models to identify.
Oh, speaking of ChatGPT, they started putting ChatGPT in Volkswagens. I kid you not. I mean, imagine the kids like, oh no, it's the day before the big test. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a 1,000-page essay to write. And they're like, hey, Volkswagen, write me a 1,000-page essay about Samsung. But speaking of Samsung, they are having their AI phone here, and it's not looking good for the S23 or 4 Ultra. They're talking about AI zoom, so, it's not good. Because that would mean they might take away that 10 times zoom camera. So the AI better be really good and it better work offline. There we go. Volkswagen is bringing ChatGPT into its cars over in Europe. I don't know why they can't bring it to the US. Whatever. So Robert, maybe you'll get this over in the well, you're not in the EU anymore, but over in UK. Let's see. I don't think it's called. That's the Humane AI pin, and they laid out 4% of their staff. But the device costs $699 plus 24 USD a month to run. So it costs the price of like an upper mid-range like flagship phone. So S23 FE, right? OnePlus 11. Maybe even like yeah, we talked about it on our podcast. Right? It costs the price of a regular smartphone, $700. Maybe even say a folding phone off of eBay. And then you have to pay $24 a month to run it. And it doesn't run a proper screen. So you're paying pretty much a cell phone plan for a fake cell phone attachment device. That would be essentially paying $700 for an Apple Watch Ultra and then paying, say, on top of another cell phone. It's like you bought another cell phone and added a new line to it. And you have to have it for it because it's powered by ChatGPT. Like if I were to buy a $700 smartphone, you can do plenty with it offline. You can take pictures, you can record video, you can watch videos. If you download them, you can listen to music, you can send files over Bluetooth, you can edit video, all kinds of things, right? You can even use the new app that we talked about, Layla AI, offline. If you can connect it to Wi-Fi and do a whole bunch of stuff, right? You can even watch videos, stream videos, you can do everything. With this, you can't do a single thing, and you must pay for a subscription service. That is crazy. But here we go. Volkswagen AI here is getting to the ChatGPT game, which Audit 23 seems like, hey, we have a new idea for our project. We have a new thing that we need to do, right? What are we going to do next with devices? Oh, let's add AI. No, some of the things. Maybe it's the new VW Golf. Some of the things were important. Like, say Notion, they integrated AI, and I think it's good. I don't know. But I mean, some people just integrating AI into refrigerators, TVs, anything that's electric. Probably like your light bulb, plugs. Now, AI into the refrigerator was actually pretty smart because they could make recipes based on what's inside of it. So that's a good use of AI. But I mean, come on. You can't just be like, oh, AI is a new thing. All right, let's just add it to our like toilet. It's probably going to be on that smart toilet version 3 if it's not there yet. But here we go. Volkswagen in the ChatGPT game to read researched content out loud to them. So apparently the car's voice assistant, like how the voice to text in cars. I think you can still drive the car. You just want to be able to control like the heating and cooling and stuff. But I've never heard of a Tesla screen breaking. Like, what did you do to it? Take a baseball bat to it? So they integrated ChatGPT onto its integrated voice assistant. So like say voice assistants like turn up the volume, call mom, etc. And then you can use it to control infotainment, ask stuff about the car, hands-free. And it can also, so this will answer questions about the car. And you can also ask questions about it, but it's censored, so you can't ask it questions, say, about, like, oh, so the other AI that's on top of it for, like, more limited stuff, it's not going to tell you 10 reasons to buy a Toyota, which is kind of weird because I guess they don't want you buying another question. But, so it seems like they have IDA, which is the in-car system, right? So it can do stuff like turn up the volume, call mom. And then, what's it called? Sensor? Syrinx? Which can answer questions about your car specifically. But if you added a question about someone else's car, it's going to send you that. And if it's a more general question, like if you asked who won the Super Bowl, right, then it's going to ask, well, I guess it would be a good question for ChatGPT. I guess because it's connected to the internet. Who won the Super Bowl, then you'll get that. But then the ChatGPT is also censored because it's not going to talk about sensitive topics like something. I don't think ChatGPT has planned obsolescence in cars, and Teslas seem to be pretty reliable. Now, I'm not saying that I endorse Tesla all gas for now because you can't carry gas, but I don't think it's planned obsolescence in the car. I mean, there's no objective proof of that, and as some of you guys know, I despise conspiracy theories. So, yeah. All right, back to our Rabbit R1.
Identify your intent and large action models to execute it.
Oh, look, I can show you stocks. Do you know what else can show you stocks? The iPhone 4 from 2011.
Trained on several popular apps right now, and its capabilities are expected to grow over time. The camera isn't meant for selfies. It's called the Rabbit Eye, and you can use it to teach the R1 new tricks. Point the camera at your laptop screen to have it record and learn a specific task you do. The R1 will then learn it, and you can ask it to perform the same task on your behalf. The company
that is pretty smart. It's kind of like Bixby Routine. Like in Bixby Routine, there are these things called touch macros where you can touch out a response thing. So open like an app and maybe you can dial a specific number or pull up a specific contact for something that you do. You just touch it and it will do it for you. And then you push the button again and then it does it for you in that same action. I used to probably do a video or article about it. And it's decent, right? So, but this is actually pretty smart, in my opinion. I mean, that's a good idea. All right, good morning and good night to you.
He said it trained the R1 to survive in the video game Diablo 4, and theoretically, you can have it manage your character to get to a specific level. You don't have to grind in the game.
Interesting. How? Like, does it sync to your phone? Is Diablo 4 a phone game or a laptop game? I'm not sure.
Fortunately, we didn't get to see any live demos, but it'll...
Ooh, no live demos. That means it's curated.
Be launching fairly soon. You can pre-order it now for $199, and it's expected to ship in late March.
All right. So, yeah, that's good. Ooh, looks like we're having connection problems. That's not good. So, yeah, that's... That's interesting right there. New tech article. And I just got one of those YouTube we don't like ad blockers screen. And instead of freaking out like a crazy person, I turned off my ad blocker because I don't care about YouTube ads. People acting like YouTube ads are the worst things since like they got tortured. Like no one's forcing you to watch YouTube. I mean, if you want to watch a video somewhere else, go watch Daily Motion. Here we go. CES 2024. This is Bally, your AI companion, because AI. That probably should have been the word of 2023. Not Riz. Riz shouldn't have been the word of 2023. It should have been AI. The verb of 2023. Oh, speaking of, apparently there's this new feature in the software that we use where I can be what's it called? What is this? I can be vertical, apparently. I want to see what it looks like. Picture in picture. And whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna share my screen. Let's see. Yes. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just gonna go back to normal here. Stop screen, present. There you go. Oh, it's Samsung Galaxy M8 versus M7. That's one of my most popular. Nice product placement. Let's look here. We got that S23 Ultra. Hey, this could be an S24 Ultra. I don't know. Let's see here. What is that? Is this an S24 Ultra early glimpse? That is a interesting layout there. It looks like SMS. Can you talk back to it? You can. Great. That, if this is true, is pretty high definition for a projector slash robot. Is this a drone? Oh, okay. It's turn on the lights.
Hi. Hi, Copper. Hi, Bolly.
Wait.
Hi.
That is, if it's true, it's good.
Hi, Copper. Hi, Bolly.
This looks like we drew it out from an iPad. I mean, if I were Apple, I'd sue. Well, I mean, Apple sues all the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that looks too close to an iPhone for comfort.
Hey, Bolly. Follow me to the study. I gotta make a video call. Oh, hi, Petro.
That is clear. Though, I mean, this is... That is just great integration. I mean, no one has that level of technology in their house. Are the Chiefs playing right now? If they play this, the score is probably 3-0. Oh, they play at 7-10. Okay.
Termina de trabajar y que descanses.
It translates with captions right there. That is amazing.
Muchas gracias por tu esfuerzo.
Hey, Bolly. Let's work out.
Today is upper body day.
Great. Start
If you have that, why do you need a Samsung TV? I mean, that is great projection capability.
now.
What is this? This says Samsung Galaxy the frame. Samsung account required to access Samsung.
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10.
10.
10.
What are those? What kind of sit-ups are those?
Connect.
Hey, Amy.
Can I call you back soon?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, this is great integration. But I mean, if you have a smartwatch, you could just do hi. But whatever. Well, I mean, look here, you got a Bixby text call, which finally works on outgoing calls. That is so good. Because I can just automate the call.
Here is today's exercise result.
Could you call Will?
Okay.
Hey, Bolly. We're going to bed now.
Bring home your new companion,
Wow.
Bolly.
Is this for sale? That is amazing technology, if it works. And this is why Samsung's better than iPhone. I mean, Samsung beat Apple to the first car, okay? And whatever Apple brings to the table, like whatever car they bring, Samsung's car would crush it. It would run it over. It would shoot it. Because Samsung's first car was a tank. I hear this from Samsung Newsroom 5 days ago. This CES looks amazing. I'll be next year when I'm old enough to go to CES. Should I go? Let's take a poll right now. Should I go to CES if I'm old enough? Or when I'm old enough? All right, that is amazing. I know we gotta talk about this new Adventure in Odyssey episode because it is. Oh my goodness. It is everything in it. So here's the synopsis, and it's from the club. So if you don't have the club and you don't want to get spoiled, whatever, maybe you should mute. I don't know. So Buck has moved to Baltimore, and he is approached by Jason Whitaker, who needs him to work on an NSA assignment, right? And he's supposed to get access to this criminal's house to take his DNA and then take it out, pass it on to Jason, and they all match the DNA and then arrest him, right? Get a warrant for his arrest, right? And the way he has to do this is he has to get paired up in a project with someone, and they get paired up and they work on a project at each of those houses. I mean, Adventure Odyssey might as well just said, and then they start a successful tech blog, right? Have millions of subscribers. I mean, they couldn't have written a better episode for me. I mean, imagine. That's literally my dream. Think about it. Here it is here. Buck gets to work on a group project and go to someone's house and spy on a kid for the NSA. I mean, what? Oh, you can't even see it. What more would you want? What more could you want? I mean, that's amazing. That my dream in one episode. Right there. I mean, think about how many 16-year-olds can go around feeling confident and be like, yeah, I spied for the NSA, I broke into someone's house, and that was only part one. That was only part one. I got to go over to have a group project with someone. I made a new friend. Like, and then what? He wins the Super Bowl. Well, not Super Bowl, the championship of his football league. I mean, that is literally everything that anyone could ask for in a game. Not a game. Episode on life. That's amazing. All right. Let's see. We have more CES stuff to get to. John Redinger posted a video. And speaking of YouTube posting, apparently, what's his name, Matt Pat, is retiring. So that's kind of sad if you like these videos. How can a 140-inch TV suck? Like, how is that possible? But whatever.
Year for the last few decades, the tech world has descended on Las Vegas to get a first-hand look at the latest and greatest.
Dang, CES and the Super Bowl in the same city, back to back. Amazing.
Products looking to be the next big thing for the upcoming year. Hundreds of thousands of products have risen on the show floor and also fallen completely flat.
Wait, they released the Xbox at CES? All right.
Let me tell you some stories from somebody who's been on the show floor for 13 years and also show you some of the coolest stuff they've got here now and also revisit some of the stuff years past actually ended up doing.
It's always TVs. Like, I mean, this is going to be the biggest place to see TVs.
TVs and CES have been best friends for a really long time. This is where we saw some of the newest technologies are now commonplace. First time we saw OLED, mini LED, QD LED, all the technology we
Look at the bezels on that thing, Cove TV.
saw debut here at CES and sort of keeping with that. So, look. It is a translucent box, essentially. That is a TV. And if you look at it,
It looks like they just like removed them from the background.
Kind of like strange, right? Like we can see through it. There's a film that can come up to make it look like a regular TV, but when it's down, it kind of gives like a holographic 3D effect, which is technology we've seen a ton of at CES in years past. I can't tell you how many years companies tried to make 3D technology a thing. I'm not sure if translate technology
been 100 years. I mean, we've had 3D displays for 100 years.
Is going to go that same way, but it certainly is incredible to see. And like, speaking of TVs, one company that's kind of synonymous with TVs is Roku. So they didn't debut here, but they did debut their streaming stick here at CES 2012. And obviously, you know, that did pretty well for them. They also showed the first iteration of Roku TV here at CES. I kind of got an early look. Honestly, I kind of blew off what Roku was doing for a very long time. And then they started to get really good, really efficient, and started to see them.
We used to have a Roku. I don't think we liked it. I think we like the Fire Stick better.
From everywhere. So, listen, I was wrong about Roku. I apologize. Probably a few things in this list I'm going to be wrong about too in about 10 years. But it's really cool to see the evolution of a company like Roku. Although I will say, after all those years, Roku's UI still looks almost identical. So while Roku was a success,
it's not a compliment. I guess it looks garbage.
Some things don't always work out. Razer has been really ambitious, showing off.
This looks like a spy base right there.
I can see.
You got your like communication right here, your hacking right here, and your like tracking right there.
Past, they showed off one called Project Valerie. It kind of solves the problem of what if I want to work on a laptop or game on a laptop, but I also want an ultra wide monitor. What they did was, it was a laptop with 3 separate screens. I saw it, I tried it, it worked really well, but then it was gone from existence. I doubt we'll ever see it, but another kind of cool use of CES is a place to kind of showcase some technology, even if it's really never destined to come out.
Well, they do have triple monitor setups that you could buy and clip onto your laptop. So. Oh, well, dang. The Chiefs already scored a touchdown. This game's over.
You can't really have a best of CES list without talking about smart lights. They came onto the scene fast, and they have stayed strong. And sort of the ruler of that whole smart light space is actually this video sponsor, Govee, whose lights we have in the studio, whose lights I have in my house, and whose lights I am itching to put in my backyard. And they are bringing it this year, like they tend to do every year. First of all, their booth looks pretty epic. So this year, it's all about AI. There's also a ton of devices now that support Matter. So walking through the whole Govee booth, first of all, you can customize pretty much everything. Outdoor lights with AI was really cool. So they have some steps as you walk up the steps.
That's pretty nice. How are they integrating AI though?
The lights changed. I thought that was really awesome. Also, they're using AI with an assistant, so you can sort of set the mood. Instead of having to go in and say, I want the blue hues up and red hues down, you can just say, I'm watching a Laker game, I'm watching sports, or I'm watching an action movie, and automatically set things for you.
Do the lights sync to your TV? Because that's really nice.
We still have in our studio the TV lights that got updated this year as well. Some cool scenes for action shots, or if you're watching a movie. Last year we got a chance to check out what Govee was doing for gaming.
That looks like a nice streaming setup.
This year they're using AI and adding HDMI 2.1 support. So support games with up to 8K resolution. That is a big update to an already awesome setup. Govee is the best name in lights. They bring power, they bring efficiency, they bring AI and functionality. Most importantly, they bring all of that at a really affordable price.
Master ad. TCL.
Taking up a cute
which we sold our TCL phone out there, so congrats.
Portion of the show for pretty much every year is like tech for your house. How can tech make your life easier in a lot of ways? Make it like way more complicated. Years past used to be like cameras and smart locks and that kind of thing. But like everything this year, it's like AI, and then also tech that can like feed your dogs. So there's a lot of.
What is this? Is this a lawnmower for off-road?
AI optimized things to go about your house. We got things you'd expect. We got robot vacuums, robot mops, robot bird feeders. We got AI built into toasters, pans, appliances, kind of AI.
This is an AI pan? Smart AI cooking plan. You can control it with an app. Control what? A pan is a piece of metal that you put on your stove to cook. It's not like you can, unless it's an electric pan. Then that would make sense. Track details like weight, time, temperature, and nutritional content. Oh, okay. So it's more of a nutrition thing, not a cooking. Okay.
AI built in to absolutely everything now, kind of permeating.
Oh, look, it's a police bot. Wait. CES is in Las Vegas, not Barcelona, right?
All aspects of your house. This category, I think, has changed the most over the years. It went from like, let's just throw tech into everything to now, let's throw AI and tech into everything. And if there's one area where I think there's a lot of room for growth, it's here. Probably one of the biggest success stories here, like in the history of CES, is Ring. Fun fact, they were actually based in the same building as the original Techno Buffalo office. I got to know those guys.
Oh, wow.
Pretty well. Obviously, you know what Ring does. They were bought by Amazon, but long before that, they had an idea to make a doorbell smart. But like all small businesses, it was hard to get financing. And my favorite Ring memory was a couple years ago, an event where, first of all, I got to meet Shaq, which as a Laker fan...
Wait, is that
was
Guy
a couple
Fieri?
years ago, an event where, first of all, I got to meet
Diners, Drive-In, and Dives guy?
Shaq, which as a Laker fan, I'm still excited about. But when I introduced myself to him, I said, hi, my name is John. My screen name is John for Lakers. I love you so much. He looked at me dead in the eyes. I mean, down at me. I was like, I know you. And that was probably one of the happiest moments of my life. It was a really
How's that possible? Wait, how does he know him from like YouTube?
cool experience. But Ring is definitely one of the biggest success stories really in the history of CES.
Wow. You got an entire Netflix screen in your car.
Recent years, especially after
My ex, you want to sit in the front?
Microsoft stopped giving the keynotes here at CES, sort of big product announcements stopped. Cars have taken over a big portion of CES. And we have seen over the years some insane concepts, things that are never going to hit the road, and some that surprisingly did. I remember a few years ago being able to see the Fisker Ocean at a very small booth and clearly thinking, that's never going to hit the road. What's recently, I think, surprising was when Sony rolled out a car that nobody saw coming, and it appears it's actually going to be a real thing. So it's called a Fila, and they're partnering with Honda.
I wonder if you could get like the Sony car to work with your Sony phone. The car's probably gonna be like called the Fila 1 Mark X5V.
That actually bring this out to market, and they brought it out on stage being powered by a PlayStation controller.
That's a terrible name. Sony Honda Mobility. Just fire the naming people out, Sony. Just replace them with AI.
Now, I doubt that's ever going to be a thing that you would ever do, but seeing Sony find a partner and get into the automotive space kind of symbolizes that everybody's kind of moving into cars, but there are still a ton of cars happening here. But before they end up in the graveyard of automotive history, at least I can say I saw them. Speaking of the one I saw in 2015, actually at the Panasonic booth of all places, the original Model X concept was here. Obviously, you see a lot of Model X on the road now. Back in 2015, that was nuts to see in person. You can tell it's a concept. It had the old sort of nose cone that the Model S initially had, but seeing those Falcon Wing doors for the first time in person was awesome. And look at the car. See, a lot of this stuff never actually made it to production. But again,
Nick, there's that screen we were talking about.
CES is a place where a lot of technology makes its debut. The show has changed over the past 13 years, as have I. Those first few years here are some of my greatest memories of all in tech. I mean, filming on my own and editing 15, 20 videos.
Oh, wow. Look at that old Samsung laptop.
Almost per day. This is the first place that actually I got to have an experience LTE. CES always has a special place in my heart. It's where I get a chance to not only see friends with latest technology, and somebody who lives and breathes.
When I finally get to go there. And so let's talk about this new AI thing. Let's see. Here it is. It's called Statmuse, and it has a really good search right here. So let's say I want to know like most So you ask it a question about sports, right? And it pulls it up. And yeah, there we go. Today, they scored the most points in Texans playoff history. And see, it's pretty updated because this game happened today. And then the most that they had last time would be 31. And the least it would have is 7. That's, and so you can ask it, say, so it's really good to chat about stats with, say, AI. So let's say what it says here. Oh, I misspelled yards. You have to be like specific. And boom, right there. It pulls it up, pulls up a picture of the player. So I'm going to click there. So the system could be better, like for understanding typos, like ChatGPT can, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's good. Oh, it doesn't do college switch. Yeah. Yeah, so it does answer questions. It's really good. There you have it. And yeah, we're going to leave it there for now. God bless. We're going to talk a whole bunch of teenage trends and stuff later. God bless. Text talk to you later. Pray for the nation. And go Texans.